Hey everyone, it's Alex with Lover Fighter Writer, and welcome to the first ever ClosersCopy Community Framework Friday. So this is just kind of a random idea that I had, and I floated it in the ClosersCopy community Facebook group, and had a lot of interest. So I decided that I don't know if I'm going to do it once a week, or once a month, or maybe twice a month, but once in a while, on Friday, I'm going to do a video where I feature probably 3 to 5 frameworks created by members of the ClosersCopy community. And the reason that I'm going to do this is I've seen a lot of interest in the custom frameworks that I've created, and people are really fascinated by everything that you can do with ClosersCopy custom frameworks. But the thing is that I'm only one person, so my creativity is going to be really limited, and I'm probably only going to make frameworks that are useful for me. Whereas other people have other needs for frameworks, and they have different kinds of creativity than me, which means that they're going to come up with completely different things, and they're going to come up with frameworks that are useful for different purposes because they need ClosersCopy for different reasons than what I need it for. So I really wanted to, I think this is a really good idea because it's going to show off a lot of what ClosersCopy is capable of without me having to just make up a bunch of random frameworks. Instead, this will allow me to focus on the frameworks that I want to focus on, and I can still show the world everything that ClosersCopy is capable of by featuring some community frameworks. So I've selected 3 community frameworks that we're going to look at today, and if you're not sure how to build a framework in ClosersCopy, or if you're not sure how to build a workflow. Now, a workflow is multiple frameworks stuck together. It's just an easy way that Nico, the creator of ClosersCopy, he made it really easy for us to put multiple frameworks together into a workflow so that we can create longer form content using the frameworks really easily. So if you're not sure how to make frameworks or workflows, I do have tutorials for both of those things, and the links will be in the description down below. Also, if you don't have ClosersCopy yet and you're interested in getting it, I've got my affiliate link for the product in the description. I would really appreciate it if you use that. It really helps keep this channel going and make me want to make more videos like this. So anyways, let's get into it. And we're going to start off with a really cool looking framework called Header, Subheader, Sales Copy, or Header and Subheader Sales Copy. This one comes to us from a community member. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be George or if I should be pronouncing that differently. I apologize that I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Feel free to let me know if you want to message me on Facebook or anything like that. I'm just going to call you George for now. But anyway, so this community framework comes to us from George. So that if you want to access frameworks, you just come into a document, create a new document in ClosersCopy, then you come on the left here, you click on frameworks, and this opens up, and then from this drop down you can select all these different categories. You'll have your library of frameworks, you'll have the community library of frameworks, and you'll have the base library of frameworks. And if you want to add community frameworks, you just click on Browse Community Frameworks right here. And this might take a couple of seconds to load, sometimes it does. And then you just need to search, and you can search on a topic like, say, sales. You can search sales. That's how I found this one. Or you can also search on someone's name. Like if you want to find my framework, you can just search my name, and you'll find a bunch of frameworks by Alex. All right, and then if you want to add something, then you just click on the plus symbol right beside it, and that would add this framework to my library. And if I wanted to unshare one of my frameworks, I could do that right here. So anyways, that's how you access and add frameworks to your library. So if you want to get any of the community frameworks that I'm putting on display here today, that's how you can get them. All right, so let's open up this framework by George. And so the first thing I notice is that this framework doesn't have a sample. To the creator of this framework, if you're not sure how to make it so that there's an example right here, check out my video on how to create a framework, because I believe I do go over that in that video. So anyways, but there's no example, it's not a big deal, we'll just type one in. So I'm going to put affiliate marketing strategies for beginners. It's always a good one to use, and we just click write for me. And so I believe that this is going to generate me a headline and a subheadline for a sales page. So let's see here. We've got, I've been building websites for 6 years and have seen every trick and tactic there is, but I'm still not profiting as much as I can. Learn about the affiliate marketing strategies that work in any niche. Make $100 to $1,000 a day without hacking. So that's pretty good. We have like, this would be the headline. Learn about the affiliate marketing strategies that work in every niche. And then the subheadline would be make $100 to $1,000 a day without hacking. And I think that George, or the creator, if I'm saying your name wrong again, I apologize. I think the creator of this framework said that they used headlines and subheadlines from Warrior Plus products. I'm just going to generate it again, see what comes up. And so that's a really cool way of using existing resources on the internet to create an especially stylized framework. So here we have what you need to know about affiliate marketing, the basics of affiliate marketing, and how to use it to grow a small business. I like that one. That's like not super salesy, but it makes sense. So it would be like this. It would be like, this would be the headline, and then this would be the subheadline right here. All right, so let's move on to the next community framework we're going to look at. So I just go to back right here, I go to my drop down, go to community library, and the next one we're going to look at actually comes from Nico Engler, who is the creator of ClosersCopy, and this is a help a reporter out, or HARO, questions and answers framework. So this is really cool. You can put in a question, and it's designed for answering questions written by people who are looking for answers via HARO, which is a way that you can get backlinks. It's not guaranteed that you get backlinks, but you can answer questions asked by people on HARO, and if they choose your answer to feature, then they'll often give you a backlink. So this is a really powerful framework because of that. And let's see, let's just ask it, how will AI, we'll say affect marketing in 2022? So we'll just ask this AI to predict the future for us regarding how AI will work in the next year and see what it says. And so this is actually a question. I answered a very similar question to this on HARO recently, and I was able to get a backlink for it. So this is actually a fairly realistic question that you might get asked on HARO. So I'm just going to copy this over here, make that a heading, and then we will take this answer. Artificial intelligence will continue to evolve, which will bring about a big change in the marketing industry. AI-based solutions will become more prevalent as the cost of these solutions decreases. It will also be a lot easier to use. Companies are already using AI to increase their productivity, but they are not yet using it for marketing purposes. One thing is certain, though, AI will disrupt traditional advertising methods in the future. People will start to use chatbots and other similar technologies. A good example of this is Google Assistant. So that's a pretty solid answer. I would probably change that a bit before I used it, but I really like that. I like the words that it used. I like the way it's composed. So obviously the examples that Nico trained this on are really, really good. I might have to make my own framework for answering questions in my voice because I really like the way that works. And I could really use a framework like this both for HARO and for like Quora and Reddit and stuff like that. So anyways, that is one of the many frameworks created by Nico Engler, the creator of ClosersCopy. And you can get that one in the community frameworks just by searching Nico, or you can search for questions and answers and you'll be able to find it that way. And now the last one we're going to look at is in the category called love. And so this is actually a very different framework from the other ones that we've looked at. So far we've looked at two basically marketing frameworks, one that writes a headline and subheadline for a sales page, and one that answers questions for marketing purposes, really. And then this one is the description says, write a striking love message by just providing the name of your lover. And this framework comes to us by community member Teslam. And I tried it out once so far, and it actually gave me some really interesting input. So let's see, we just need to put in a name. And again, so this is how the example thing works. Just for the other creator who didn't have an example in their framework. So this is how the example works. It puts a little grayed out example in here, and you can just click use example. and it'll use the example name. But let's use a different name. Let's use Maria. That's a pretty classic love song name. And we'll just say write for me. And so now it's going to write a short, striking love message based on the example love messages put into the framework by Teslim. So here we have, Dear Maria, I wanted to let you know that I think about you all day, every day. I love the way you look at me. I love the way you're always so supportive and loving. I love the way you're always willing to help others out and do what you can for them. I know I can always count on you, and I love how you make me feel. I love how much I care for you and how much I want to be there for you. I love you always and forever. So that one says the word love a lot, but you can see it's quite warm, it's quite compassionate, and it's the kind of thing that you might have trouble believing AI wrote if you didn't just watch AI write it. So I'm going to grab this. I'm just going to say it's for Maria. Put that in there. So now I have kind of a record. This is just a document that I use for playing around with the different frameworks and stuff. I call it my workground. And so there you have it. So we went through the headline and subheadline, which again, that was created by George. And you can find it in the, let's see, which one is it? In the community library under sales copy right here. Then we had the questions and answers in the community library and help a reporter out framework by Nico. And then we had in the love category in community frameworks, we have the love message framework by Teslim. So there you have three very different frameworks. But you know what's interesting is that they all actually work the exact same way. And let me just open up one of mine really quickly to show you what this looks like on the back end. Let's see, my library. Let's go to Make Money Writing. And here we have the, or no, this one's a little bit complicated, so we'll go to a slightly easier one. Okay, here we have lead magnet plus target audience to Facebook ads. So this is a framework that I built where you input the name of your lead magnet and your target audience, and it writes a Facebook ad for you. So if I click on edit here, it's going to open this up. And this is where you see, this is where you can kind of edit all the details about it. And then this is the actual copy that gets used. And so you can see I just have literally examples of how I want the outputs to look, followed by a little bit of kind of code here to tell the AI what to do. And so if you want to get into that a little bit more, if you want to learn how to use your own frameworks and workflows, remember I do have links to tutorials for those in the description. And if you haven't got ClosersCopy yet, I've also got my affiliate link in the description. Really appreciate it if you use that to check out the lifetime deal, which is still going. If the lifetime deal is still going when you're watching this, I really recommend getting it because it's a huge value. It's probably the most valuable lifetime deal of this year. And if the lifetime deal is not going, that's unfortunate, but I still recommend grabbing ClosersCopy on a monthly basis. It's really worth it. It's one of my favorite tools for copywriting, and I know you'll get a lot of value out of this if you choose to invest in it. So anyways, those are our three community frameworks for the first ever Community Framework Feature Friday. I think that's what I was going to call it, something like that. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up now. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave me any comments or tag me in a post in the Facebook group if you'd like me to feature your framework in the next episode of this series. All right, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.